Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to revisit one of my all-time favorite decks, that being Skull Servants. It's actually the first deck I've ever built, and it has gotten some new support along the years, and I feel like it's actually at its most competitive right now. I think I've managed to put together um, the most competitive and most consistent build that I've ever seen in a Skull Servant deck profile. So without further ado, I'll get right into it. Of course, we got our three vanillas being the Skull Servants, along with our boss monster, three copies of King of the Skull Servants. Then of course we do play three white baking, this being one of the best Skull Servant cards in the entire deck. Three copies of Lady in White, she's also very good. Three copies of White Prince. And then I play two copies of White Mare and one copy of White Princess. I feel like you do not need to max out on the last ones. So yeah, that's it for the Skull Servant lineup. Other than that, I am running two copies of Unizombie, and then I'm also running a single copy of Plague Spreader Zombie. And then I feel like this is one of the better cards in the deck right now, three copies of Mizuki, because you are going to do a lot of milling to the graveyard. For our next engine, three copies of Foxy-Tune. So we're playing a punk engine in this build. Yeah, this is an insanely good engine. It produces your Chaos Ruler with just one card, and then you can start milling your Skull Servants. So I feel like you have to play this right now. Of course, I'm running the 2 ZM in along with one copy of Deer Note and three copies of Emergency Teleport. This is a one card starter. It's really insane. So yeah, just run this. One Fairy Tale Snow, insanely good to mill. One copy of Jet Synchron, just absolutely bonkers if you can go for it with the Helgi Fibrex. It just brings itself back from the graveyard. One copy of the Strudo, the Lost Dragon's Frison. This is kind of a last resort, but it does come up where you could close out the game if you had another form of extension, and then this can just provide that by paying half your life points. And I know it's a lot, but sometimes it's better than losing the game, of course. And then one copy of Artifact Sight. Yeah, this is a build that can sidelock your opponent pretty easily. Then for some power spells, I am running three copies of Forbidden Droplet. Just an amazing card. And the fact that you can mill your Skull Servants with this, it just makes it better in this deck. I opted to play two copies of Burial from a Different Dimension. So this is actually a quick play spell. It can put your banished Skull Servant cards back into the graveyard, boosting the attack of your King of the Skull Servant. That is great to do on your turn, but that's also great to do as a quick play action. When your opponent attacks your king, he thinks he can go over it, and then you can basically make it 3000 attack more, making your opponent lose his monsters and life points, of course. Call by the Grave, one Foolish Burial, and one Harpy's Feather Duster. And then as a final card, I'm also running one copy of 1-for-1, and that rounds out the main deck. Now I'm gonna go into the extra deck. For our Xyz monsters, I am running one copy of the Zombie Vampire, one copy of Levier the Sea Dragon, and then one copy of Zeus. Onto the Synchros. One copy of TG Wonder Magician, one copy of Immortal Dragon, and one copy of Shooting Riser Dragon. Yeah, really great cards. One copy of Chaos Ruler, one copy of the Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord, and then 1 copy of Baron. So yeah, basically this list plays like any other synchro deck, like P.U.N.K synchro deck would nowadays. So you just I'll get into the pieces that you need later, but basically what you do is you make Dagda and you make Helki Fibrex on your turn 1. You activate Helki Fibrex on your opponent's turn. You chain the effect of Dagda. Dagda will then set you the side. Helki Fibrex will banish itself to special summon out the TG Wonder Magician. You're gonna pop your own side with the TG, and then side and TG both being level 5s. You're gonna synchro into your Baron on your opponent's turn, and side locking them in the in the process. Also running 1 copy of Linkuriboh, 1 copy of Anima, because we are playing quite a lot of level 1 monsters. And then of course 1 copy of Helki Fibrex. And as a final 2 cards, 1 copy of Access Code and 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn. And that's it for the deck profile. Yeah, so if you guys want to see a combo video, more like a test hand video on this deck, please let me know in the comments. Then I'll be sure to do it in a separate video, because there is actually a lot of lines of play that this deck can do. If you got any remarks on the deck, let me know. If you liked the video, please hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.